Good evening. Hello. Good evening. We start the press conference with coach of FC Barcelona, Šarūnas Jasikevičius. Coach, if you don't mind to start with some opening remarks about the game.
Yes, all right. Congratulations to Madrid. I thought on our part clearly was huge lack of attention to details. A lot of things we set out to do, we did not do. It's very difficult to understand the Final Four coach going into the halftime and being up 11 points and saying to the players that we're not doing good. This is exactly was my speech at halftime. I thought we were not doing good. I didn't like how we were playing. We hit some shots and Madrid missed a lot of shots. Usually in basketball, over the course of 40 minutes, these situations will equal out. We were not ready to sacrifice. We made all the fouls on the situations of the shots. And at the end, Madrid did make shots. I think if you want to go to play championship game and you give up 52 points in the second half, I don't know. I missed a lot of, how to say, a little bit of extra professionalism and just sacrificing. Huge disappointment for us, there's no question. I think we're a better team, but we're not going to be playing the final. So that's the reality.
Thank you, Coach. First question here at the front.
Sí, Sades, bona nit. Ernest Macià, Catalunya Ràdio. Sí que és veritat que Mirotic i l'Aprovito l'han donat el do de pit, però la resta de jugadors a nivell anotador avui s'ha trobat a faltar alguna cosa més. A nivell d'anotació, tinc l'estadística, entre els dos han fet quasi 40 punts. La resta de jugadors, si mira l'anotació...
No estoy nada de acuerdo con esto. Hemos metido 83 puntos, suficiente para ganar partido en cualquier, sobre todo con normalmente la defensa que hacemos nosotros. Madrid mete unos 86, un número increíble, y 52 puntos en segundo tiempo, inaceptable. Es que no estoy nada de acuerdo con el comentario y hay que ver los números. Hemos estado jugando mal, hemos estado bastante bien metiendo puntos. 86 puntos, inaceptable. 52, muy mal en segundo tiempo.
I quan diu falta de professionalitat en alguns aspectes, a què refereix?
Bueno, yo creo que había que tener más sacrificio, sobre todo faltas no regalar. Y en el tercer cuarto hemos regalado todo, poste bajo. Hemos salido con 5 jugadores que no tienen problemas de faltas. No hemos hecho, solo lo que hemos hecho faltas era totalmente cuando Madrid ya estaba tirando a canasta. No hemos sabido parar algunos contraataques. La verdad que, como he dicho, estando 11 arriba en descanso, yo no estaba nada contento. Y intentaba convencer a jugadores que no estamos bien, pero no he conseguido.
Question here at the left side.
Hola, buenas noches. Damián López de RACU. Has hecho un poco el diagnóstico de todo lo que os ha pasado. ¿Por qué crees que jugando un partido a este nivel os ha podido pasar toda esta serie de circunstancias? Y después, ¿qué mensaje a toda la gente que ha venido aquí, a toda la gente del Barça que esperaba que esta vez sí cayera la tercera Copa de Europa?
Bueno, yo creo que el mensaje es de darles gracias. Es una noche muy difícil para afición, una noche muy difícil para nosotros. ¿La primera cuál era? ¿Qué te escucha? No sé. No puedo, nos pasa muchas veces esto, siempre cuando estoy en ruedas de prensa y Palau lo digo que no vamos a mentir, que esto no va a pasar, esto nos pasa muchísimas veces. Bueno, Así es este equipo, un equipo con talento, pero bueno, como he dicho, estando tan cerca de jugar otra final, que te mete 52 puntos en segunda parte, esto no es serio.
We got the very back first, then here at the center.
Me gustaría preguntarte cómo estás tú en lo anímico, cómo has encajado esta derrota y si es la más dura desde que eres entrenador del Fútbol Club Barcelona.
Puede ser, puede ser. También año pasado hemos perdido final, era una derrota muy dura. Bueno, nuestro estado anímico yo creo que tiene que estar malo y espero que está muy, muy, muy mal. Esto tiene que doler. Esto tiene que doler mucho y porque bueno, yo estoy ya un poco cansado de decir que estamos regalando mucho y la verdad que estamos regalando mucho. Estamos regalando títulos, estamos regalando... Ya lo sé que es muy difícil ganar los títulos, pero es que lo veo números y ya cansa decir que es más de lo mismo. Es más de lo mismo. Para mí inaceptable 52 puntos en segunda parte. Inaceptable, la verdad.
Here at the center, please.
Edvinas Jablonskis, News. Treneri Realas prarado rungtynių pradžioje Nigelą Gostą dėl traumos ir tuomet kaip tik iššovė Kozeras. Ar galima sakyti, kad Gosto trauma kažkiek padarė Meškos paslaugą iš tos pusės, kad toks X faktorius susiformavo?
There's no translation, but you can go ahead in Lithuanian if you
wish. Gaila dėl Nigelio, dėl Nigel Goso, kad jisai gavo traumą. Manau, kad vis tiek buvom ruošiame žaisti daugiausia prieš Lulį, Kauserą ir Hangą. Tie žaidėjai buvo tikrai pastaruoju metu geriausi Madride. Ypač Lulis buvo viena iš svarbiausių sustabdyti Lulį. Mes jo galbūt kažkiek ir pristabdėm, bet taip toliau. Bet iššovė gavosi, kad kiti žaidėjai ir Porieras gerai sužaidė, kaip irgi žaidė iki šiol labai gerai. Nu ir aišku, jie buselė. Bet vis dėlto daug nepadarytų dalykų, keli atkovoti kamuoliai, baudos nepadarytos. Ne, tas pats per tą patį, vienu žodžiu.
Another question here at the right, please.
Hi, it's Mark from Basketmeter. So throughout the season, I think except the Super Cup, you basically defeated Madrid throughout, and with some very emphatic wins. And when at halftime you guys were up 11, it felt like, oh, it's just going to happen again. Do you think that maybe this featured into the mind state of the players?
Do I think that what?
If this was a feature for the players, that maybe they thought, this was,
I don't know. You're going to have to ask the players.
Fair.
Why are you asking me? I don't understand. I'm telling you that at halftime, my speech was, we are not doing good. So can you imagine, Coach, one more time that I said, going up 11 at halftime. We said, guys, we are not doing good. Madrid has a lot of open shots, a lot of putbacks. Poirier, if you remember, missed one offense, 2 putbacks. Those things usually come back at you. And the second half, we continue with the same idea, and then Madrid hit the shots. So over the course of 40 minutes, I did not manage to prepare my team for what's coming. Like we always say, the coach is always the most responsible. There's no question.
Thank you. Here at the center, if you don't mind doing the question in English for your colleagues, because there's no translation. But because there's translation for Spanish, because there's Spanish teams, yeah.
Coach, speaking of Rokas Jokubaitis, obviously no one can expect from him going big in such games, but just in general, do you think it was a bit too much, this kind of pressure or everything? How would you evaluate his performance?
No, I think it's fine. He came out, he played his minutes. A couple times I thought he didn't make the right choices. Listen, this is the Final Four. The big boys got to play. Barcelona has some big boys. Madrid has some big boys. Efes, Olympiacos has some big boys. Those are usually decided by the big boys and some X factors in a lot of games. You know. But above all, it must be a lot of sacrificing defense. We're coming back to the same thing. Details, details. These games are decided by details, and from 86 points, we had the ability to take away more than 10 to give ourselves a better chance to win. We didn't manage to do it.
Thank you. We do last two questions. First one here, the last one at the back, please.
Yeah, Uygar Karaca from Basket News. Coach, do you think that the Bayern series had a little bit more bad impact on the team in terms of self-confidence and maybe exposed the weaker parts to the opponents? Do you think that it had a role on this game?
I'm not sure that we scored 83 points in the Bayern series. So I don't know. Madrid played against us the same way in Palau last game. They played the same way, more or less. Actually, they played a little bit different with less big lineups than they did in the Copa and in Palau last game, by putting Yabusel on Calathis, by having Dek on Mirotic and switching everything. We scored 83 points. I'm not sure. Maybe one game out of 5 we scored against Bayern 83 points. You have to defend. You have to sacrifice. These are what the things is. 52 points in the 1/2. I will repeat. What are we talking about? Bayern series, maybe the only negative thing is that maybe we didn't get enough chance to relax and rest. But this is our fault. We're always talking with this team and the killer instinct, all right? In the last 2 years that I'm with the team, we were not able to finish out any series, right? Except for 2-0 against Madrid in the final last year. But we lost a lot of deciding games. We lost the game against Barcelona. We lost the game in Tenerife. We won 5 games with Zenit. We won 5 games. We are not killers. Guys, there's some press from Barcelona here. They already heard this song that I'm singing for a year and a half. It's more of the same. It's difficult to accept for me. There's no question.
Last question at the back.
Guillermo García para Vocento. ¿Cómo se recupera ahora anímicamente a este equipo de esta derrota para lo que le queda de temporada, para el título que le queda por jugar?
Sí, bueno, hay que ir fuera de aquí, hay que ir a dormir y hay que levantarse. Y hay que levantarse, no hay ninguna duda. Es una derrota muy difícil y cada uno tiene que mirar al espejo, cada uno tiene que intentar. No hay fórmulas, no existen fórmulas. Yo creo que cada uno tiene que intentar saber que queda un título muy importante por jugar. Y bueno, aprender, vamos a ver. Es que nosotros ya, como he dicho en inglés, ¿no? Estoy cantando la misma canción muchas veces. No somos capaces de matar a equipos, no somos capaces de matar series. No sé, muy difícil de aceptar esto.
Thank you very much, Coach.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good evening. We start the press conference with coach of Real Madrid, Pablo Lasso. Pablo, if you don't mind to make an opening statement about the game.
Well, first of all, congratulate my players for the victory. I think we did a great effort the whole game, playing against a great team. A great team that showed in the second quarter. I think we have 3-4 minutes not good, and they killed us. They got 10 points advantage quick. We played very solid the first quarter. We played very solid the third and the fourth quarter. But the Barcelona is a great team, so that's why they got advantage at halftime, because on the second quarter they outplayed us. Happy the way my players understood the game plan, and they stay focused on the game plan. When everybody probably at halftime thought, okay, this is finished, we stay there. And we keep on fighting defensively and offensively. We look for the best situations for us on both ends, and we got a victory. Very happy. Congratulate my players again.
Thank you, coach. First question here at the front, please. State your name and name of the media you represent.
Hello, this is Yann Onana from French newspaper L'Équipe. Can you talk about that moment where, in part because of the injury at the beginning of the game, Fabien Causeur had to take the point guard position, and the way he played in the moment that you came back in the game in the third quarter, please?
Well, of course, when you have a problem like we did with Nigel at the beginning of the game and so early, it changes a little bit your game plan. But the great thing about my team is everyone can step up. And that's what we showed. Not only Fabien with the ball, but also Alberto bringing it up, Sergi step up. I think the problems that we could have, having Nigel out, we solved them with not only Fabien, but also Alberto and Sergi and Adam. I think between all of them, they were able to create plays and look for the best option. If I got to talk something about Fabien, I think he played it with a lot of character. Probably things didn't go well in the first half for him, but he played very solid in the second half, and I think it was key. His three-pointer and his steal, he made 5 points in a row that were very important for us. We always believe that Fabien is somebody that's going to step up on these kind of moments, and I'm very happy to have Fabien with me.
Two questions at the front, please.
Hi, Coach. Good evening. Moshe from Team Scout in EuroLeague Sweet 16 and 1. First of all, congrats on the win.
Thank you.
I want to ask you, first of all, it seems that Fabien Causeur feels very, very comfortable in Belgrade. And to you personally, there was that moment where Vince Poirier ran back on a, it was a fast break defense to block La Provitola, but at the end of the day, what was more exciting for you to see from the side? Was it the block itself, or the player that kind of delayed La Provitola enough so that Poirier can actually get him and block that shot?
I was very excited with Poirier losing the defensive rebound on the free throw. On the other way. Let's put it this way. No, just finishing that play. True. When somebody makes a great play like Vince did, it's because somebody did something before. And I think it was Fabien getting on his way and making Nico change the way on the transition, and Vince did a great effort to block that shot. But like I said, I'm very happy that in this case, Fabien and Vince did a great job on that play. But I think it's got to be a team effort to win in kind of games like this.
We go to the left. Next question. Third row, please. Yeah.
Pablo, buenas noches. Jasikevičius ha lamentado los 52 puntos que les habéis metido en la segunda parte, pero un poco lo ha planteado como algo que ellos han hecho mal, su mala defensa, falta de actitud, etcétera. Pero desde tu punto de vista entiendo que habéis hecho cosas bien en la segunda parte, ¿no? ¿Cómo interpretas tú toda esa secuencia, esos 52 puntos que habéis hecho?
Bueno, yo creo que nosotros, en líneas generales, ofensivamente hemos hecho muy buen partido. Muy buen partido porque no hemos perdido muchos balones, hemos movido el balón bien, hemos sabido atacar bien sus diferentes defensas y encontrar de alguna manera siempre al jugador sobre el que queríamos conseguir ventaja. Creo que eso son muy buenas lecturas nuestras ofensivas y en ese sentido estoy muy contento. 52 puntos y no tengo la sensación de que hayamos jugado un gran partido. Hemos jugado muy bien, pero no tengo la sensación de que hayamos jugado un gran partido ofensivo. De hecho, probablemente en el segundo cuarto, que ha sido cuando más hemos sufrido, hemos tenido tiros muy abiertos que hemos fallado, que hubiera parecido que hemos jugado muy bien. Pero tengo la sensación de que el segundo cuarto hemos sabido leer muy bien la defensa, incluso cuando estábamos más cansados, sabiendo los tipos de defensa que hace ellos, leyéndolos bien, teniendo mucha paciencia en ataque. Te diría incluso, cuando la gente habla del Real Madrid, habla offensive game, ¿no? I don't think we were that offensive game today on the second half. No creo que estábamos atacando tan bien en el segundo tiempo, digamos, esa explosión de decir, bueno, es que no sabes cómo pararlos, pero creo que hemos sido muy inteligentes en el juego, no perdiendo balones, buscando la situación de mayor ventaja y eso nos ha hecho hacer estos 52 puntos. Entiendo las palabras de Saras porque al final él tiene que valorar lo que ha hecho su equipo.
Go to the first row here.
Alberto Mazzagaglia, Eurodevotion. Pablo, enhorabuena por el triunfo.
Muchas gracias.
And two small things. One, it's about in that period, in the second quarter, you were just missing shots. I mean, it was just about that. And when you started making those shots, the game changed.
Yeah.
And then the second story is about Gabi Deck. In Granada, he missed a layup that was so important. And But tonight he grabbed an offensive rebound that was, I mean, maybe the double importance. So just something about that.
Well, like you said, I don't think that we played that bad offensively on the second quarter. We missed open jumpers, and they got advantage because they could rebound on run where they're very good. I remember 2 or 3 transitions where Calades reading very well. He found Mirotic. We got a turnover. Mirotic got another fast break. And we lost a little bit the rhythm of the game because we were missing shots. For me, that's not decisive. I think what is decisive, it's if you don't play good. For sure, basketball is making shots, but you got to play good. And I think on that second quarter, we didn't play that bad, let's say. We were missing shots, but you were playing against a great team, and that's why they got the advantage. About Gabi, true. He missed the layup. That's the play that you're going to forget on that final, and you're going to remember that rebound. I think Gabi does a lot of good things for the team. We missed them on the playoffs. We missed them a lot, but somebody step up. Today we lost Nigel, but somebody step up. That's about a team thing, and I'm very happy that you remember Gabi for his bad things and for his good things.
We go here to the back at the center.
Francisco Galván de Real Madrid Televisión. Pablo, enhorabuena por la victoria. Hemos estado hablando antes con Adam y con Gabi, nos decían que una de las claves ha sido creer hasta el final, nos decían en zona mixta. ¿Crees que tu equipo otra vez ha vuelto a señalar eso, ¿no? Cómo cree hasta el final, no se deja llevar nunca? Y también si me puedes valorar un poco, otra vez, porque creo que te han preguntado ya, el partido de Fabián, que ha dado como un paso adelante cuando el equipo más lo necesitaba. Gracias.
Sí, bueno, sobre Fabián, lo primero, alguien hablaba que su relación o su amor con la ciudad de Belgrado. Jugó muy bien la anterior Final Four aquí y el primer partido ha sido magnífico. Hombre, yo le recomendaría que se comprara una casa aquí, ¿no? Le va a ir todo bien. Sí, la verdad que ha jugado muy bien y creo que ha hecho un gran partido, sobre todo más, digamos, espectacular o más notorio en el segundo tiempo, pero en líneas generales creo que ha hecho muy buen trabajo. Respecto al equipo, sí, desde luego. Yo creo que al final es un ejercicio de fe, de creer y de mantenerse sólido en el partido. Puedes ganar, puedes perder, pero puedes jugar mejor, puedes jugar peor. No pienso que hayamos jugado un gran partido en líneas generales. Sabíamos que iba a ser así. Los partidos a este nivel y contra estos rivales son siempre muy complicados, pero el equipo ha trabajado muchísimo y en eso me siento muy orgulloso como entrenador. El equipo ha seguido creyendo y ha creído hasta el final, incluso cuando más difícil parecía, con la desventaja, hemos sido capaces de darle la vuelta.
Okay, next question at the very left, and then we go to the center.
Sí.
Hernán Auro de Relado 24 Argentina. Le quería preguntar a Lazo, ¿en qué momento sintió el equipo que podía ganar este partido después de venir 13 puntos abajo?
Pues mira, sinceramente, yo creo que este equipo cree que va a ganar este partido desde el 1 de septiembre. Desde que empezamos a entrenar, trabajamos para esto. Siempre hemos creído que podemos ganar estos partidos. Hemos perdido muchas veces contra el Barcelona, hemos ganado, pero sabíamos que era un partido diferente, como todos. Sí es verdad que no se ha puesto fácil, con 13 puntos abajo, pero el equipo nunca ha dejado de creer. Y pienso que probablemente en el descanso, con la sensación de ir por detrás, de que ellos habían tenido un segundo tiempo, ha sido cuando realmente el equipo ha mostrado mucho carácter, cuando ha sido capaz de decir, esto no está terminado, vamos a seguir trabajando, volveremos a entrar. Y probablemente mi única misión en ese sentido, por supuesto, aparte de las cosas de baloncesto, era reforzarles en esa creencia que han mostrado desde el principio. Como tú dices, pues volver en un partido que ha estado 13 puntos abajo contra un rival como el Barcelona tiene mucho mérito y es algo de lo que me siento muy orgulloso de los jugadores de mi equipo.
Thank you. Next at the center, please. Second row.
Adidas Jablonskis, basketnews.com. Coach, first of all, congratulations on the victory.
Thank you.
And my question would be that Fabian wasn't the only French player who stepped up in the second half. It was Gorshan Yabusele and Vincent Pereira also had a big impact in the second half. So what allowed all those three players to thrive in the second half, and how would you comment their performance in general?
Well, I think all three French players played very good. I think Fabien, probably you're talking about him because he was very aggressive going towards the basket, attacking. I think Yabusele, for me, he had a very important three on an important moment of the game. But also Vince was very dominant defensively and offensively, reading their defense and attacking the basket. All three played very well. But I think it wouldn't be enough if only three players play good. I think Sergi did a great job, Albalde, Hanga, Rudy for moments. I think everybody did a great job to win the game, but I'm very happy for sure for those three guys that you asked me for because I think they played very solid.
Next question at the fifth row, center.
Congratulations, coach, on the big win. And you had a rough patch of games this season, and it was in Belgrade when you beat Red Star that you started winning. Here, you already won EuroLeague, and why it is that in Belgrade you do your magic the best? And the second question, you said before the game that 5 defeats against Barcelona this year doesn't bother you. So what do you think decided that you win this one of the most important Clásicos this time? You had more heart, or you were simply better prepared, or what would it be?
Well, I will answer first about Barcelona. Okay, I always say that it's not a matter of winning or losing. Pablo Lasso is not great because he wins. He's not terrible because he loses. Just like that. I got to make my team better, and I think probably the games we played before against Barcelona, we learned a lot on what we have to do to play against a great team like them. We showed it today, and I think we were able to play 40 minutes pretty solid. That's why I'm happy. Not only against Barcelona, against every team. We need to be solid for 40 minutes. Belgrade. Belgrade means white city, no? Ciudad Blanca. It's true. We lost in Belgrade against Red Star. I remember that game. We played pretty good. We lost. We were missing shots like crazy. We were open. Everybody was missing shots. I was not, let's say, I was pissed because we lost, for sure, but I think we did a lot of good things. If you don't make shots, you're not going to win this game. So I think probably it was an important moment to make the team understand that we got to do the things right. Shots are going to go in. I got great players. They're going to make shots. But we have to play good basketball. And I think on that game, we played pretty good. We played pretty solid. Red Star played great. And we couldn't beat them because we were not making open jumpers. And For sure, we were playing against Red Star, who played very well, and I got to give a lot of credit to Red Star on that game. But it's true that from that point, it was a good moment for us to understand that we have to play together, and if you miss all the shots, then you're not going to win. You're not going to beat anyone. But to make those shots, you have to work a lot before on a lot of things that basketball means, not only making shots. It would be easier if you only make shots. You got to make defenses, you got to get rebounds, you got to make assists, you got to make good screens, a lot of things. That's a great thing about basketball.
Last two questions, if you don't mind, Pablo.
Yep.
First in the second row here, and then we go to the left.
Hello, Coach. Nemanja Stanic, website Mondo. First of all, congratulations for the big win.
Thank you.
I want just to continue on that Belgrade question. You mentioned that Kozer should buy a house in Belgrade. Are you planning maybe to buy one after all these successes here?
I don't know. I'll ask my wife. Let's put it this way. But it's true that the Belgrade, I always have a lot of respect for this city. A lot of players, great players from here, great teams, basketball city. It's a pleasure that you tell me that, because a lot of times as a basketball, let's say somebody that has been around basketball since very young, coming to Belgrade is always special. And for sure it is. We were European champs here, and we're playing another final. So I'm happy, and for sure Belgrade is going to be on my heart for years.
Last question, second row left.
Hello, Coach. Congrats on the win. And you won here 2018, but you had Luka in the team. You will win at the Saturday without Luka, but you also have Fabian playing great that time and tonight as well.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I'm coaching that game. I was coaching Real Madrid. I was not coaching Luka. Luka was one of my players. And I'm very happy to watch Luka now, the way he's playing. But I'm very happy to watch my players now. I don't think too much about Luka. I love watching him play. And I love to coach him. And I love to be European champion here in Istanbul. But I love my players also. Okay?
Thank you very much, Coach.
Thank you.
Have a good night. Pablo. Gracias.